What's up, everybody? Don Games here, and today behind me I have the RSI Apollo Triage, and with her, this gorgeous sunset view. Today I'm in the PTU for 4.3.1. Today we're just going over the Apollo Triage, which honestly she's kind of big and looks kind of daunting when you look at her. She actually looks like she could be a fierce fighter if need be. Here at the front of the ship, that didn't want to activate. We do have an elevator for front entry, and then at the back we have the ramp, which is the way we will be going in. I just wanted to show you the elevator. Let me just tell it to go back up. Almost got crushed. Alright. As we come around the side of the ship, there's actually not much we can do on the outside of the vessel, but that is because she's a large vessel. She doesn't have our components on the outside like some ships do. Now, one thing to note is the guns at the front of the ship, they are size 4 weapons. The only thing we have on the outside of the ship that we can physically open is going to be the fuel port, and on the other side, the ramp. A very long ramp because for some reason you need to get up high to get into her. Alright. And then we'll continue on through this little cargo airlock here. You can see my guy is frozen. Cool animations. And then we're on to the triage room. And that's the triage room right now. I currently have this set up in the tier 3 medbed configuration. So she could hold six people in case of emergencies. So let's go check out those medbed rooms real quick, shall we? Alright, we come in here. As you can see, we got 1, 2, 3 all lined up here to the end. Here to the end, we do have our patient bathrooms, which, designed like a real hospital, is going to be larger than a standard bathroom, and in fact comes with its own dedicated toilet seat, which we cannot actually sit down on. Kind of sad. And then we have our mirror. It does not work, but like it does in the Polaris, but that's okay. As you can see, we do have our tier 3 med beds to heal injuries, and can also respawn us from 750 million kilometers away, I believe is what it is. Maybe 1,000. But as you can see here, just transfer the imprint over, and boom, we are now in the ship systems. So for these tier 3 med beds, I'm not entirely sure where you actually put the med gels. Right here in the wall. This is where you put the med gel canisters. I don't have any on me. As you can see, we have two, I believe there should be a third, yeah. 3 things of patient storage here. 150k PSQ. And then over here, as you can see, we have medical refrigerator, which these things will kind of fold down. And if you have something like, say, a med pen on you perchance, the fact I did is actually kind of crazy. You could put them in here. As if you wanted to, obviously. But yeah, you can just kind of put the med pen in there and have it in your medical refrigerator. Not sure why you would want that, but anyway, also here at the back, it's identical on both sides. We have 16 SCU cargo bay. This little walk area, weapons rack, suit locker, and then component access. And on both sides of the ship, it's the same. And then we have our little skylight, which looks really beautiful. Like this. Very beautiful. So we're going to jump ahead. More component access. For a large ship, she's very simple to review. Nothing really too much to go into too much detail. And then the next step, I'm going to close the door. We have our bridge, which honestly kind of gives me the style of the Mantis, in my opinion, of the bridge and the Meteor. But we have this nice little table for you and your buddy to sit at. You and your crew. Excuse the camera. Nice little table for you and your crew here to sit at. Enjoy your morning coffee or something like that. And then here's the crew bathroom. Much smaller than the patient bathrooms. You get that shower combo here. Yeah, comes right out of the ceiling here. Small sink, little things, places to put stuff, and that's that. Alright, here's our little breakfast station. And then coming out here we have personnel storage on both sides with our beds. The co-pilot here does have control of the remote turret up on top. And then here's this elevator again from the inside. This is going to be that front elevator I showed you earlier. As you can see, if we go down, we get this kind of little isolation chamber. And then we head down. Yeah, it's pretty simple. And then we're going to head back up. Wait for the chamber to open, and there we go. And then if you don't want the rails, you can retract those into the floor as well. And then from the pilot seat, you can already tell this ship does offer great visibility. And I mean amazing visibility. This is arguably, for the price, the best visibility you're going to get in an RSI ship. That is not the Scorpius. There's almost no struts except right here. Here's where all the struts are. But other than that, in the main viewway, you have nothing blocking your view. So, with that being said, let me just power her on her thrusters. And there you go. Now you heard her thrusters power on. And then what we can do is, guess what? The first ship in the game to feature switchable emergency lights. So we can have those on separate from headlights. And they're actually in a really good place, I'll be honest. I like where they placed them on this vessel. So with that being said, I'm gonna turn those off real quick. So at some point in the future, that rear entryway where we made entrance, that will be where you can dock a ship to it. And then anyway, as we take off, so our emergency lights became solid color as we did that. We're landing gear up. I'm just going to give you guys a minute to listen to the sound of these engines when we hit the boost. Here we go. But yeah, very good sound design on this ship, and she looks amazing as she flies off from the sunset. Guns. So like I said before, we have these size 4 Badger repeaters that are pilot controlled, and then the turret up there is co-pilot controlled unless there's no co-pilot. Otherwise, as you can see, they're also size 3s, but easily the pilot has controlled them well, and they're all laser weapons on the Triage variant. I'm not sure what they are on the medevac. I believe the medevac actually uses a ballistic one. So, but yes, other than that, that is it for the RSI Apollo. A new ship in the series, but one that is very maneuverable, honestly. And look at this. Very maneuverable. Can pretty much land anywhere you need her to. The thrusters offline message, that is just a PTU thing. Letting you fold out, and boom. And there we are. Alright, I thank you guys for watching. This is Dawn Games out. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. It helps a lot.